just was. Let's go to our co-main event in lightweight Muay Thai. Mustafa El Takridi meets George Jarvis. Jarvis is 3 years younger, 2 inches shorter, has a 1 pound weight advantage as Iraq meets England. Global rules Muay Thai, 3 3-minute rounds. The 10-point must system will be used. 3 knockdowns, 1 round is a technical knockout. No throws or grappling in Muay Thai.
From the blue corner, George Jarvis!
England's own George Jarvis is in the building. This young superstar has made waves over across the pond, but now is here on One Friday Fights. Achilles, tell us a little bit more about Mr. Jarvis.
I'm super excited for the return of George Jarvis, who's trained by his father since the age of 5. He went pro at 17. He's had over 70 amateur fights. And when we asked him to do anything else other than Muay Thai, he told us, he said, he's not a man of many talents. Fighting is his life.
You know, he has a great amateur pedigree. He's had a great professional career, but he still knows there's things that he needs to work on and improve. He said, I wanted to work on my hands. I've got a new boxing coach. You know, I want to work on my game plan in these fights. I'm going to use my feints a little bit more. I'm going to work on the body. But, you know, I think the pillar for him, you know, I asked him, like, when you're fighting abroad, when you're fighting overseas, what keeps you centered? You know, how do you stay comfortable? He said, I'm never away from home because I travel with my dad. He's my coach. My home comes with me. So he's going to be very calm in the ring tonight.
George Jarvis says this is his time. It is time for G-Unit.
From the red corner, Mustafa El Takridi!
Mustafa El Takridi from Iraq, training out of the Medizatut fight team. Been out there in Pattaya, Thailand for several years and is really starting to find a groove for himself, coming off of that big win over Chanajan where he got a 2nd round KO. Achilles looked beautiful, got the knockout, got the bonus. Mustafa El Takridi is here to play.
Oh man, he's got that beautiful Muay Thai style, so technical and accurate with his striking. And what makes this fight so interesting is that victory that Mustafa has over Chanajan, because Chanajan is that man that has beaten George Jarvis before.
Yeah, he too, this fighter as well, a great pedigree and amateur background. So schooled, so clean. You ask him about his game plan. He says, hey, I want to use my reach, and I want to use my hands and my range. He knows that Jarvis has good elbows. So he said, I want to stay out of that range. I'm not looking to play there, but he's up so comfortable. And we know that when he enters the clinch, he can let loose a few elbows of his own.
Mustafa El Takridi welcomes the co-main event spot against George Jarvis.
Next up, we have 3 3-minute rounds of lightweight Muay Thai. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, he is a former WBC Muay Thai World Champion, training out of Lumpini Crawley with a fight record of 23-4 and an 85% win rate. Representing England, George G-Unit Jarvis! And introducing opponent, out of the red corner, training out of Team Medizatut with a fight record of 23-8 and a 74% win rate. representing Iraq, Mustafa Al-Takriti.
Here we go. Okay, gentlemen, switch to the side. Thank you. Okay, listen to my command at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Let's have a good, clean fight. Gonna touch gloves, touch them now. Back to your corners.
Referee Chris El Bachelor getting us going in our co-main event. George Jarvis in the light blue, Mustafa El-Takriti in the dark blue. Here we go. Mitch Chilson alongside Achilles Raleigh and Brian McGrath here at the world-famous Lumpini Stadium. Two giant lightweights coming out there trading kicks as Mustafa El-Takriti out of the famous El-Takriti brothers. His brother Shakur really had a good couple of fights here on One Friday Fights, and Jarvis getting a lot of pressure from El-Takriti early on.
The thing about the Muay Thai style fighters, they really do have good defense. Since they're both Muay Thai style fighters, but either to land clean strikes on each other.
You'll notice here too, Jarvis switching his stance. You know, you see that a little bit more under the kickboxing rule set. There it is there. And what it does, it almost works like a feint. Sometimes if you set it up with a left kick or a switch kick, it also is a good way to deter your opponent's attack because they think something's coming.
Mustafa El-Takriti switching stances early on, trying to give Jarvis a couple of good looks. As Jarvis comes in with the feints off of the switch kick, trying to time and set up that big right kick as Mustafa El-Takriti ties him up inside the clinch. Jarvis looks for the dump. Good balance showcased by El-Takriti. Jarvis switching stances, looking to load that left hand as he lands a hook on the exit.
Bit of a feeling out process here. El-Takriti moves away from his back being against the ropes. Scratch of a kick there. The Iraqi fighter, Jarvis here, looking very aggressive, looking to be pushing the pace like he said he would.
Both guys, you know, similar heights, similar styles. Takriti being a little bit busier this round, but Jarvis still scoring well. He's just picking his shots a little bit more.
Big back and forth round here in this first round. It's really going to come down to who can set up and download as much information here in this round to make some adjustments in the second.
What a
big body kick landed by El-Takriti.
thunderous body kick. Return fire. Jarvis already, you can see the redness, the damage from the kicks.
Yeah, a little bit of play in the clinch, but really, you know, I think both these guys are very comfortable with that kicking range.
Elbow on the exit for El-Takriti as Jarvis had him up against the ropes. Nice body kick caught by Jarvis as the first round comes to a close. A lot of stuff to analyze in that first round. A lot of feints, a lot of fakes, setting things up. I wonder what kind of adjustments they're going to make in this second. Achilles, talk us through that first round.
Oh man, everything was heavy, heavy body kick there from Jarvis. Focused, swing and a miss there. And that return fire, good countering so far from George Jarvis.
Jarvis was picking his shots a little bit more, but like you said, Mitch, they're downloading information, they're collecting, and here we're gonna see that all put into play in the second round.
Let's go.
Last minute advice for our two co-main eventers. They touch gloves and are right back to their kicking ways that they had in the first. Slide inside that clinch.
Break.
Jarvis, I asked him, what kind of UK fighter are you like? Are you like Liam Nolan? Are you like Jonathan Haggerty? He's like, no, I'm not like any of those guys. I am completely different. I am technical. I am sound. I am creative. And I'm like, that sounds exactly like Nolan and Haggerty, but You go out there and show it, but he has a lot of the same habits, right? Those switches, those stance changes to set things up with the feints. Very explosive. And there he is just like there, switching to southpaw as he feints off the push kick, trying to drive forward. Now giving El-Tak Ridi a completely different look.
Good energy there from Jarvis to push the pace, moving forward. Put El-Tak Ridi nicely on the canvas there. Caught the kick. Good pressure. Jarvis continues to do what he told us he would do. Seek a knockout.
And Jarvis, he keeps switching the stance, and it's really difficult to fight someone like that because every time they make the switch, they're either stepping closer or they're stepping farther away, and then all of their power attacks come from a completely different side. So your mind has to kind of reset, and your defense has to change, and it happens so fast, it's really difficult to deal with.
Nice body lick by Jarvis as El-Tak Ridi turns him around, presses him inside the corner.
See that redness, that left leg. El-Tak Ridi is landing that leg kick every time, being aggressive, closing the distance, just all out aggressive in every area. Is Jarvis hungry to get in the winning column here on One Friday Fights?
Jarvis does a great job too there, like landing the kick, landing in the clinch, taking that moment, really letting the judges see it. You know, it's experience that is accumulated over all the years of competition.
I do like the way El-Tak Ridi, though, is taking the kick and then firing back immediately, so he's not letting Jarvis get that last word, you know? He's arguing with me. When Jarvis poses the question, immediately El-Tak Ridi has an answer for it.
But he is taking those shots clean from Jarvis. He's starting to find a rhythm here. He's got El-Tak Ridi on the back foot.
Yeah, El-Tak Ridi's volume in the first round was pretty successful, but Jarvis has just tipped it up a notch here, really letting his go there. That's a beautiful left hook to right kick combination. I'd like to see El-Tak Ridi, keep working down to the body, and throw maybe a few more leg kicks in there as well.
But the variety of shot selection of Jarvis continues to adapt and change consistently with the stance switches, always giving El-Tak Ridi something different to look at. Second round comes to a close. A lot of back and forth action there in that second, Achilles.
Yeah, and that's just a testament to George Jarvis having started Muay Thai at such a young age. Really does have a full arsenal of weapons. There you see the kick and the return fire constantly from Mustafa. He is not going away without a fight.
You know, and he was doing a great job of selecting the shots, sometimes to the head, beautiful elbow there, sometimes taking it down to the body, trying to sneak another elbow, they're just missing and eating the spinning back fist. Some great technical play between these guys.
Third and final round in our co-main event. George Jarvis, Mustafa El-Tak Ridi, and they open up with kicks yet again.
I can't help but feel that Jarvis has been pushing the pace throughout this fight. He's been landing the cleaner shots. He's been definitely more creative. The variety of attacks that he's been throwing.
Well, I was just about to say, El-Tak Ridi is reading my mind here. He needs in this third round to make it a little bit rougher, make it a little bit more of a dogfight. Throw that right hand and then step in there and throw that elbow. Clinch up, let that knee go. Just take away the technical aspects and moments that Jarvis is just so good with.
Beautiful hand combinations landed by Jarvis to evade the retaliation. Gets back to center ring, frames off as El-Tak Ridi comes in with the elbow. Good head movement from Jarvis.
Oh, Jarvis is in the zone now. Really piecing his combinations well together, turning the angle there. Really showing a masterclass performance of Muay Thai here.
Yeah, it's such a simple thing to do, but it's so important in the clinch. You just get the neck, step out, twist, and it creates, it unbalances your opponent, creates the opportunity opportunity for you to strike.
You know, Achilles, you mentioned the Chanadron fight for both these guys, and it shows you that Muay Thai math doesn't quite always add up. Just because Takriti got the win over Chanadron and Jarvis lost the split decision to Chanadron, didn't equate to the same way. We're seeing how these two stylistically match up really well. And right now, Jarvis might be slightly ahead on the scorecards.
Hold that back. Now, Takriti must be on fire right now with the redness of the kicks from Jarvis. But the heart of the Iraqi fighter, he is still in the face of George Jarvis.
And Takriti's starting to find success. He's starting to put things together and find a home for his shots.
Jarvis is going to have to keep it together. He's going to pull away with this victory.
Takriti, you know, has turned up the pressure, but is it too little, too late? Jarvis does such a good job of hitting and then just angling off, taking the power off the shot that he's receiving or the counter, staying so clean. And then when he has moments when he's offensively strong, really showing it to the judges.
Doing good work off of the ropes to combat the pressure that's coming from Mustafa El Takriti. 20 seconds to go as Takriti lands a big right hand, backs up George Jarvis to the ropes, tries to work inside the clinch as Jarvis pushes off. Looks to land one big shot, misses with the roundhouse kick, spins into the back fist, and they work inside the clinch. And the final bell sounds. Entertainment is what we got in the co-main event. Back and forth action. Was it, like you said, Brian, too little, too late? Or did Takriti squeeze out the victory?
Oh, there you see the crisp striking combinations from Jarvis. Able to beat Mustafa to the punch for the better part of the fight. And just the hunger from Jarvis pushing forward, dictating the pace. Beautiful to watch.
Yeah, just a good example of great matchmaking. Both these guys so evenly matched and really bringing the best out in each other. You know, Jarvis maybe just a little bit sharper and cleaner where he needed to be.
Let's go to Nara for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of battle, we turn now to the judges' scorecards. Judge number 1 calls this contest in favor of El Takriti. Judge number 2 calls this contest in favor of Jarvis. And judge number 3 calls this contest in favor of your winner by split decision, George Jarvis!
George Jarvis picks up the split decision victory. A dejected Mustafa El Takriti has nothing to be disappointed about. Put on a show, but the night belonged to George Jarvis. What a fight it was in the co-main event, and what is guaranteed